Hey, this is Lance Wallnau, and I'm so glad you got your Transformational Trainer document there. Remember that one? I think you got the PDF version that was sent to you. I want you to go ahead and open it up and take a look at it. This is one of our more expensive programs. I want to give you some really great material from it. And the main point there in page 6, which is the very first page, and you might notice that we have 6 twice. I don't know why. 66 books in the Bible, maybe, subliminally. We had 6 there. But the big picture is this. The new kings of the information economy will be the creative content providers. Content is king, but the emperor is always distribution. Here's the key idea. It used to be that online retailers were products and things that you would buy. Really now, so much of the marketplace is driven by information. Think about the power we have with computers. It's getting us access to what we need to know so much faster that the content creators are really the curators of great wealth. And so the entrepreneurs of this era are the teachers, which is so cool, because I want you to start thinking about the dashboard as a tool that you use for yourself. But in addition to that, it's something which you can use and apply in your field of mastery, or think in terms of the concept of what I'm doing and make the customized application to your own field. Because as a discipler of nations, you're called to go into all the world and teach. And you can teach by becoming a thought leader in any niche. And if you know how to master your niche, you'll always be rich, as long as there's an economy without a computer chip stuck in your forehead or your right hand. Now, you can skip over page 6 now and go to page 6, which is right after that. And it looks like this. Not to be confused with the other page 6. In a real sense, it's like dating and mating. I don't know why I put that there. It doesn't even make sense. But the idea is that you're first attracting an audience. And you're doing the dating, and you're giving them great content before you do any selling. So you build a relationship with people by permission. It's called the permission economy, which is, the language that like Seth Godin has created, which talks about the fact that people opt into the conversation. They can opt in or delete you. They can always turn you off if they don't want to, so if they want to talk to you. But in this industry, what I love about it is that your personal history, including all your mistakes, are great material. In very few places in the world can you actually make money by failing. But failing actually creates rapport with people, because most people, not that they're failures, but most people feel like they relate to you better if you're authentic and you share your struggles with them. And there are 7 pillars of how you make a living in this industry: utilizing your expertise, telling your authentic story, sharing your ups and your downs, and creating extraordinary content and sustaining a conversation with somebody that they opt into. We have speaking. Speaking is the number one on the list, because if you have a name of somebody that says, "Tell me more about you," or keep me informed about what you're doing, and that person heard you speak, the average power of that name is 10 times any other name that's acquired by buying a mailing list, or like putting an advertising up and having somebody who doesn't know you, like say, okay, give me your free report. Because if people have heard you like 30 minutes or 20 minutes or 10 minutes or 50 minutes or more, and they say, "I want more," you've already sold them. All you got to do is keep delivering extraordinary content, and those people are customers. Speaking is the number one way in which you can monetize your talent and disciple and teach and train. There's the writing content, the books, the PDFs, the journals. Of course, I do a lot of writing. You can do a lot of writing in social media. Seminars, delivering your material over the course of a weekend. Coaching, taking small groups or individuals and doing calls with them. Google Plus is a big deal right now, I'm observing. There's the consulting role, which is where you're paid in order to be kind of like an expert that unpacks your knowledge into an organization versus into an individual. And your products, which could be, obviously, my room is filled with books and CDs and DVDs and stuff. Those are the kind of products, and you're dealing with one right now, which is a digital product. And then, online training, which is what we're talking about right now with the online venue. So, the nice thing is you don't have to dominate all those areas. You can make a really great living just doing 2 of them. Some people just do 1. And what's interesting is your overall prosperity is based on how well you've matched your resources to the need in your market. So obviously, if your market is going to be working with a younger and younger demographic, then you're going to have to be aware of the role that visuals play and a certain degree, like gaming. Gaming is like a major thing, but we won't go there right now. What else do I want you to know about? Your target market, page 8. Your target market is the group of people you serve, and your niche is the service you specialize in. That's kind of interesting, huh? Target market, if I talked about target market, like my target market would be believers that are interested in actualizing their potential to some degree in a career and a calling, influencing the world, and caring about the 7 mountain template I bring is how do you engage the world in your field. Now, in terms of my group, it's Christians at this point, but I'm serving in my niche. The special offer that I have is I can help believers that are serious about getting handles on destiny and the calling and how to live it out. I can provide extraordinary insight in how to make that happen in such a way that it actually results in changing them and the environment around them, hence bringing the kingdom or transforming culture. So, where do you go? You can't boil the ocean. And so I always tell people there on page 9 to think in terms of focusing your marketing effort on associations and social networks where your clients gather and where they attend. Read the magazines and the journals and the blog sites that connect with the groups that represent your clients. Look for the key influencers. Who are they? How can you identify them? Try to network with them. Create events where they and you can do things together. And finally, by choosing that specific market, you let people know that you've dedicated your life work to them so that they know that you really are a champion for what it is that they are called to do. Now, here's my favorite page, page 10. Because you might not even know, well, Lance, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm a housewife, I'm a this, or whatever. You have a calling. And the beauty of this is that you could be in any of these fields and make a massive impact. Productivity and time management. I could show you some tools on personality profiles and time management within our suite of dashboard tools that are mind-blowing. You could bring them into corporations, do consulting, etc. Spiritual guidance and expertise, financial expertise, business expertise. This is the expert empire era because people are looking for information. Personal style expertise, relationship expertise, health and well-being, financial leadership, motivational, team development, speaking, technology, social media, and anywhere that there's an interest, there is an expert. And what's great about it is you don't even have to be an expert. You could be like Napoleon Hill. I love studying Napoleon Hill. He's kind of like the guru of personal development back in the 30s, 40s, and 50s because Napoleon Hill really wasn't a success. Matter of fact, he wrote this book, Think and Grow Rich, and he was broke. He was a journalist doing this thing because Andrew Carnegie had challenged him to go and interview these wealthy, famous people and find the law of success. But what I want you to catch is this, that you can do it like Napoleon Hill and just be the expert researcher. It's like Malcolm Gladwell. I mean, Malcolm Gladwell isn't a tipping point. He writes about tipping point. He's not even an outlier. He's a journalist, like for the New Yorker magazine. But Malcolm Gladwell is a researcher with a focus on expertise that he researches. So he becomes, as you can become, the expert researcher who actually maybe doesn't even know how to do something, but loves to research people that do. All right, you catch that? You got 8 minutes in on this thing. I want you to think about as that all experts start as students, and what you want to do is you just want to think about, you may already have an expertise, but you can even just start as a researcher of experts. And we'll talk to you some more in the next segment.